The people of ancient Egypt. It is believed that the ancient Egyptians initially emerged from indigenous African populations with dark skin tones and subsequently developed into a diverse community. This is supported by numerous murals and tomb inscriptions discovered in and around Egypt, showing individuals of different ethnic backgrounds collaborating toward shared objectives. It appears to be quite different compared to what you see in later societies in more modern times. The ancient funerary text, known as the Book of Gates, portrays the four races of the world as they all embark on their passage to the afterlife. The writings and illustrations from the Book of Gates are found in numerous tombs from the New Kingdom period, including the burial site of Sennacherib, a laborer residing in the village of Deir el-Medina, or the ancient name, Set Mat, which stands for Place of Truth. This village served as the community for artisans and workers who constructed the tombs for pharaohs during the New Kingdom era. Evidence drawn from Egyptian texts, artworks, and mummified remains indicates that ancient Egypt exhibited considerable ethnic diversity, rendering it impractical to assign it to a singular racial classification. Notably, the concept of skin color distinctions as we understand them today did not exist in ancient Egyptian society. Rather, individuals identified themselves primarily based on their geographical origins. Academic investigations propose the presence of various skin tones throughout Egypt, encompassing what contemporary classifications might denote as white, brown, and black. Numerous pieces of evidence indicate that ancient Egypt was governed and led by leaders of various skin tones. Among them was the influential nobleman Myopri, who lived during the reign of Thutmose IV. Following his demise, he was interred in the Valley of the Kings. His skin tone is visible from both his mummified remains and depicted manuscripts, where he appears darker-skinned compared to the commonly circulated portrayals of Egyptians. There is speculation that Myopri may have been of Nubian descent, or possibly Nubian himself. Queen Nefertari is frequently associated with being black, with contemporary Egyptologist Sigrid Hodel Hones suggesting that her skin color was worshipped due to its resemblance to the color of both the fertile earth and the netherworld and death. Additionally, Lady Rai, a lady-in-waiting to Queen Nefertari, is also believed to have been black. Her mummified remains, remarkably preserved, exhibit dark skin and braided hair. The proposition that some Egyptians hailed from Eastern Mediterranean origins is supported by the prevalent brown skin tones depicted in numerous surviving Egyptian artworks and artifacts. Examples include the wall paintings found in Tutankhamun's tomb, where figures are portrayed with skin exhibiting an umber hue, as well as the Book of the Dead of Hunefer, which showcases characters with brown-toned complexions. In ancient Egypt, researchers believe it was also customary to portray women with lighter skin tones, suggesting their propensity for indoor activities, while men were depicted with darker skin tones, indicative of their engagement in outdoor manual labor. This contrast is notably illustrated in a pair of limestone statues depicting Prince Rahotep and his wife Nofret. Another well-known bust of Queen Nefertiti has sparked considerable debate regarding its authenticity, primarily due to the queen's notably pale complexion, reminiscent of a white Westerner. However, if indeed genuine, it is plausible that her fair skin serves as a symbolic representation of her luxurious lifestyle, wherein she likely spent a significant amount of time being revered indoors. In their artistic representations, it is commonly held that Egyptians are often portrayed with a color officially described as dark red. Nubians, on the other hand, are typically shown with black paint, but the skin tones used in Egyptian depictions of Nubians can vary from dark red to brown to black. Puntite and Egyptian males are often depicted with similar reddish skin tones, while Nubians tend to have darker ones, and Libyans in most periods are portrayed with light-colored, yellowish skin. There are other skin colors which appear in ancient murals, which are curious as we do not see them in today's world. For example, a green man sometimes appears with the name of Osiris, and blue people also appear, including the blue-skinned Amun. Numerous academics have emphasized the influence of colonial racism on the mindsets of early Egyptologists, while also condemning the persistent dominance of North American and European viewpoints in the discipline. the identity of the model for the Great Sphinx of Giza remains a mystery. While most scholars posit that the face of the Sphinx depicts Pharaoh Khafra, a few Egyptologists and enthusiasts have put forward alternative theories. One of the earliest descriptions of the Sphinx, as typically black in all its features, comes from the travel notes of French scholar Volney, who, alongside French novelist Gustave Flaubert, visited Egypt between 1783 and 1785. Similarly, a renowned book by Vivant Denon also describes the Sphinx as having African features. Building upon these accounts, several Afrocentric scholars, such as Du Bois, Diop, and Asante, have characterized the face of the Sphinx as black. The tombs and temples of ancient Egypt housed a multitude of paintings, sculptures, and written artifacts, offering valuable insights into the lives and culture of its people during that era. In the book, Red Land, Black Land, Daily Life in Ancient Egypt, Barbara Mertz asserted that the notion of race would have been entirely foreign to the ancient Egyptians. She noted that there isn't a single instance in Egyptian texts where terms like black, brown, or white were used to describe individuals. Manu Ampim, a professor at Merit College specializing in African and African American history and culture, as stated in the book Modern Fraud, The Forged Ancient Egyptian Statues of Ra-Hotep and Nofret. Many ancient Egyptian statues and artworks are alleged modern fabrications created to conceal the fact that the ancient Egyptians were of African descent. Ampim contends that authentic artworks depicting black features are systematically defaced or altered. Furthermore, he repeatedly accuses Egyptian authorities of deliberately destroying evidence, supporting the notion that ancient Egyptians were black, disguising their actions as routine temple and structure renovations and conservation efforts. If we go by the ancient artworks, artifacts, and relics we have left, it is safe to say that ancient Egyptians were formed of a society of various individuals. These individuals are seen to be doing everything alongside each other, from farming to leading, suggesting a society where individuals of different roles and responsibilities coexisted and collaborated. Scenes depicting farmers tending to crops alongside craftsmen honing their skills, and rulers overseeing their domains alongside priests conducting rituals, reflect the interconnectedness and interdependence within ancient Egyptian society. This portrayal underscores the complexity and diversity of ancient Egyptian civilization, challenging simplistic narratives that seek to homogenize or categorize its people based on modern concepts of race or ethnicity. The evidence left behind by the ancient Egyptians reveals a complex civilization with various ethnicities, cultures, and influences. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button to be updated on all new documentaries and press the notification bell. Don't forget to hit that like button, and see you in the next episode of Celestial Vibrancy.